Tommy loved history more than anything. While other kids played with action figures, he read books about ancient Egypt and the American Revolution. One day, Grandpa gave him a special gift, a watch with strange blue buttons and swirling patterns. "This is very special," Grandpa said with a twinkle in his eye. "It belonged to our family for generations. Some say it has magical powers." Tommy smiled. "Thanks, Grandpa. It looks so cool." He slipped it on his wrist, admiring how it gleamed in the sunlight streaming through his window. That night, Tommy couldn't sleep. He kept staring at his new watch, which seemed to glow brighter in the dark. "I wish I could see what really happened during the American Revolution," he whispered. Suddenly, the watch began to vibrate. The hand spun wildly, and blue light filled his room. "Whoa!" Tommy cried as his room seemed to melt away. He felt like he was falling through a tunnel of swirling colors. His stomach flipped and flopped. The watch glowed brighter and brighter until... thump! He landed on soft grass. The spinning stopped. Tommy opened his eyes and gasped. He wasn't in his bedroom anymore. Instead, he was sitting on a grassy hill overlooking a colonial town. Men in tricorn hats and women in long dresses walked along dirt roads. Horse-drawn carriages clattered by wooden buildings. "No way," Tommy whispered. "I'm actually in the past." Tommy checked his watch. The date display read July 4th, 1776. His heart raced. That was the day the Declaration of Independence was signed. "I need to find Independence Hall," he said to himself. He hurried down the hill toward the town, forgetting he was still wearing pajamas. As he entered the town, people stared at him. A woman gasped at his strange clothes, and children pointed. Tommy blushed, wishing he had something else to wear. A kind-looking older man approached him. "Young fellow, are you lost? And what manner of nightclothes are those?" I'm looking for Independence Hall, sir," Tommy stammered. The man's eyebrows rose. "The Pennsylvania State House. Why, it's just down the street. They're meeting today, important business for our colonies." He looked at Tommy curiously. "Though I don't think they'll let a boy in strange attire enter." "Thank you, sir," Tommy said politely. He walked toward the building, his mind racing. How could he see the signing without being noticed? As he approached Independence Hall, he saw an open window on the side of the building. Heart-pounding, he crept closer and peeked inside. Inside was a large room filled with men in wigs and formal clothes. At a table in front stood a tall man signing a document. Tommy gasped. It was John Hancock, writing his famously large signature on the Declaration of Independence. Next to him stood Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin. It was really happening, right before Tommy's eyes. "I can't believe I'm really seeing this," Tommy whispered. He was so excited he didn't notice he was leaning too far forward until... crash! He tumbled through the window and landed on the floor inside Independence Hall. Everyone turned to stare at him. "Who is this child?" someone demanded. "What strange clothes," said another. Benjamin Franklin approached Tommy, looking curious rather than angry. "Young man, how did you come to be here? This is a closed meeting of great importance." Tommy's mind raced. He couldn't tell them the truth. I'm sorry, sir. I was just curious about what was happening. It's such an important day." Franklin's eyebrows rose. "Important? How would a boy know the significance of our work today?" Tommy swallowed hard. "Everyone will remember this day forever," he said softly. "What you're doing here will change the world." A murmur went through the room. Franklin studied Tommy's face carefully, then smiled. "The boy speaks with remarkable wisdom. Perhaps he is right. Perhaps this day will indeed be remembered." But suddenly, Tommy's watch began to vibrate and glow again. Blue light spread up his arm. "I have to go," he said quickly. "Thank you for creating a free country." Before anyone could stop him, the room began to spin. Tommy felt himself being pulled away, the faces of the founding fathers fading as the blue light engulfed him. When the spinning stopped, Tommy found himself back in his own bed, still in his pajamas. The watch on his wrist ticked normally, as if nothing had happened. Was it just a dream? He wondered. But then he noticed something tucked in his pajama pocket, a tiny scrap of parchment with words in elegant handwriting. History has its eyes on you. B. Franklin.